welcome to the Virtual Groomer. My name is Jack, your host, and today I'm bringing another shaving video. And the soap I'm going to showcase today is from Mammoth soaps, or House of Mammoth soaps rather now, and this is Embrace. This is the newest release from Mammoth. Pretty much whatever Ben releases I'll pick up, and I'll get on to why that is in a minute. This is another release that has been done by Vida at Oleo Soap Works. I'm really happy he's made that coalition because it means that more people can just try his soap. That's always been my gripe with Mammoth, and I think he's figured out how to get his soap out there to more people, so I think that's actually fantastic. The scent on Embrace, let's talk about this a little bit. So the scent, the way I would describe this scent is very, very warm. It has notes like coffee, cardamom, but it's not a coffee forward scent by any means. Like all of Ben's scents, and the reason I buy all of his scents is because they are supremely well blended. Not only that, but he's always releasing unique scents. He does things kind of at his own accord. He doesn't try and copy anyone else. He's pretty damn creative, and for me, he's one of the best scent makers in this wet shaving universe. It's very warm, it's very comforting. As always, I put the notes in the description for reference, but overall, as an accord, it's probably 6 out of 10 in terms of scent strength. It's definitely there, it's present. That coffee cardamom does play a role, but it's blended so well within the other scent notes that, again, check the link below. Bit of pink pepper, adding like this bit of spiciness, which kind of rounds off the fragrance. Super well done, kind of as I would expect from Ben, to be honest with you. That's going to be our soap today, and that's in the Tusk formula. The Tusk formula, I don't know how much I've talked about this. This is one of the softest new formulas around, so you need to be quite careful when loading it. My razor of choice today is the Smart Helix Apollo Light Razor, and this is using a second use Gillette Nacet. I'm still deciding whether I want to buy this or not from Steve, and I appreciate you, Steve, that you've been so patient with me. And I'll get into why that is in a minute, but let's get this soap loaded up. I have a meeting in about 30 minutes, so need to get this kind of sorted. We're using the Declaration B6, the Autumn Glory. Yeah, really lovely scent. So this is, as I said at the start, a very, very soft soap. So you need to be pretty conscious to what you're doing, otherwise you're going to get tons and tons of soap. I've used Mood Indigo about 4 times, and I can see a pretty considerable dent in the soap already. And I don't think that's Ben's fault, that's my fault for loading with too much pressure and loading too long. Let's get a good amount of soap here. Not too much, but a good amount. Still a little bit more. You know what I'm like, guys, I like to create quite a voluminous lather. That should suffice there. So we're gonna go with that. Let's get the spectacles off. Get the face wet and get lathering up. I've been looking forward to using this. I've had it in for a while. So it's about 7:30 here. Oh man, that's really nice. Right up my alley as far as scents go. Warm. It has a gourmand-ish to it, but it's not gourmand. It definitely has gourmand elements. Very well done. Kind of, as I said, I would expect from him, because he's a very good scent maker. So dry that off and get to lathering, shall we? See, as I'm lathering it, that coffee is coming to the front a bit more, which suits me because I love the smell of coffee. Like cardamom is adding like this really nice aromatic spice. Let's talk a bit about the razor and why I'm on the fence. There's a few bits of criteria I have when buying a razor. Firstly, how it's finished, that's important to me. Secondly, this matters to a lot fewer people, but how it's made, I do care how it's made. And thirdly, obviously how it shaves. So there's a few characteristics in a razor that I generally prefer. I prefer a lighter razor, which is why I've taken to titanium so much. I prefer a slightly shorter handle. So anything from probably 85 mil. 85 mil, I say, is comfortable for me. And below, and lower. English is your first language, Jack. So 85 mil and below, kind of ideally for me. I prefer either a bead blast finish or a complete mirror polish finish. I don't want something in between. And that's down to my personal preference, really. So for example, how Blackland does the polishing, I just don't want that. It's not quite a mirror polish. I just don't like the quality of finishing, to be honest with you. So, this razor, this Smart Helix Apollo Light Razor, fuck me. I'm actually impressed with the finishing. The finishing is very good. As far as kind of what else is on the market, it's a bit heavy because the handle's a bit too long for me. Handle's probably about 4 inches long, which, if I'm using the carve as reference, my favorite handle length for the carve is 3 1/4, so 3.25 inches. And the handle for this is a bit longer than that. Well, a lot longer than that. It's 3/4 of an inch larger, which is quite large. So that's the difference there, the weight. The shave quality is actually brilliant. And that is something, that's also something I need to think about. How much does that weigh versus kind of the weight and feel of the razor? Because there's so many options that I feel I can be picky. To be honest with you though, being as picky as I am has left me with not many razors. And that's my fault, no one else's. Okay, that's a brilliant shave. Or at least lather. Let's see how good the shave is. Really nice scent. Okay, Gillette Nacet, this Smart Helix Apollo Light Razor. This mild plate does have a little bit of blade feel. Not loads. Just enough to keep you honest. But it's so smooth, and this razor is so well made. Good finishing, which is part of something I care about. A pet peeve of mine is when razor makers don't finish the underside of the top cap. And a lot of people will say, oh, but it's not something that you look at. For me, that's still an unfinished razor. good example, the Paradigm Diamondback, what he did to finish the underside of the top cap after polishing the rest is just brush it, so there are no visible machining marks there. And I'm fine with that compromise. Just don't leave it there. It irritates me. As far as like price per razor goes, for me the best level of finishing you're gonna find are both Tatara and Carve. By a pretty long way as well, in my opinion. I might bias towards Carve a little bit, but I don't work there anymore. And I know how strict Chris's QC process is. So I would say that for sure. Very, very strict. And the Tatara finishing is pretty much on par. I don't see anything that Carve do that they don't do as far as the final product goes. I've held quite a few of their razors in my hand because I've been so indecisive about keeping them. My gripe with Tatara isn't the overall quality of the finish, because it's brilliant. It's the aesthetics of the razor that bothers me with that razor. The razor just looks weird. I really dislike the handle design. For any of you that know me, know what I think the handle looks like. It's just really not for me. But the overall shave quality of the razor and the overall quality of the finishing of the razor, for the cost, I mean, it gets up there. It's definitely more expensive than the Carve, I think, the Tatara. This isn't a remarkable shaver though. Probably equal to the C plate on the Carve, which is my sweet spot. So comfortable. I do think the weight definitely adds to the efficiency of this razor. There's no doubt about that for me. Very good. Okay, let's have a feel around here, see if we need to pick anything up. This razor does have very good efficiency. Not really on the face, to be honest. A little bit on the neck. So what I do here, just to play it safe, so I go straight down, which is pretty much across in a different direction. There we go. I can't really push it with my skin. It just doesn't handle it very well. No, overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me get the lather on my face. Let me clean up the gear. And I'll be back for the post. I'll see you soon. Hey guys. It is post-shave time. The immediate post on tusk is actually really nice. Really, really nice. No drying whatsoever. There's also this really nice bit of like moisturization on the face. However, we'd be stupid to not use this balm. For me, this is definitely one of the best balms out at the moment. I want Vita to release an unscented version of this. Ooh. Let's get a bit of that out and give it a sniff. Because that is a slightly different scent profile. Still very warm and cozy, but to me that's actually quite dark. I'd also say it's a bit sweeter. Absorbs very quick, which is quite impressive. Get that on the arms. Left over. It's like it's a moisturizer. So get that on the hands and the arms. Okay. So let's go over the gear I used today. So Embrace by Mammoth soaps, or House of Mammoth. Very, very good. If you're looking for like a cozy, warming scent, this should definitely be on your radar. The tusk base is also very easy to dial in my experience. I've not had any problems whatsoever. The accompanying balm is remarkable. So as a set, you're getting very good level of quality for about the same amount of money as average, to be honest with you. It's not any particularly much more expensive than most of the stuff on the market nowadays. Scent strength on this is probably about a 6 out of 10. I'd say just over mid. It's definitely present as you're shaving and you do notice it. The highlight of this definitely is the scent for me. Ben is very good at mixing scents. Very creative as well when mixing scents, which can only be a benefit to us as the consumer. I do recommend it. It's very, very nice. My razor of choice today, Smart Helix Apollo Light Razor. I'm still torn. It shaves so darn well. The weight puts me off a little bit. Quite honestly, that's the only thing that puts me off. The rest of it is made very, very well. Yeah, I'm just so undecided because it does tick pretty much all of the boxes for me as far as what I want from a safety razor. It's just so heavy, and I'm kind of on the fence really. So we'll figure that one out in the coming days. My brush of choice today was the Declaration B6 in this Autumn Glory color handle. One of my most long-standing brushes, and I absolutely love it. And last but very not least was the matching balm made by Vita at Earlier Soapworks. Fantastic balm, one of the best on the market. That balm is absorbed, so exactly what I look for in a balm. Fast absorbing, doesn't leave any grease on your skin, remarkable post shave, great shave. But if you're new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I'm still trying to grow the channel. I've been around for over 2 years now, 2.5 years I think. You know, not stopped, never gonna stop. I enjoy doing this too much. If there's any way you guys feel I can improve these videos, just let me know and I'll definitely consider it. I'm definitely not, I don't avoid constructive criticism, so if you give me any of that, absolutely appreciate it, thank you very much. Also like the video, and the reason I asked you to like the video is it improves visibility for my videos. Not only that, but YouTube leverages the algorithm to where videos are liked, they tend to recommend them. Gets new people involved, can only grow the hobby. You should like everyone's videos really. That's if you want. If you actually like the video, you can dislike the video too if you like. It does the same thing. But yeah, my name is Jack, your host from the Virtual Groom Room. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day, and goodbye for now.